They're not dead yet, just dirty as a dog's dick. The Dirt Brigade podcast begins.
Hello. Welcome, everybody, to the Dirt Brigade podcast. It's about lining up the audio, but I usually cut it out of the front of the show.
Right.
All right.
That's how we get pumped.
We're fucking back in action, guys.
Yeah, we are.
Welcome.
Welcome to episode 26.
26, very special episode.
26 of them, huh?
Yeah, it's a hot episode.
Yeah,
very
It's a hot
It's your
episode.
birthday.
It is my birthday.
It is Floyd's.
Happy birthday.
I couldn't wait to say it.
No, that's okay. I mean, I didn't want to have to be the one.
It's my birthday, by
Look
the
at
way.
that nice cake though that Ian brought.
Yeah.
That's a real birthday.
That's a real birthday.
Here, we'll
cake.
prop it up. With
It's
this.
not a fake birthday cake. The cake just slides down.
There's no way that's
never
gonna
mind.
work.
Nah.
Whatever. All right.
Whatever.
Fuck, it's hot, dude. I'm top gunned out. Check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Got
And the hat, too.
Yep.
When's the new movie come out?
I don't know, but I'm looking forward to
Is
Tommy
there going to be a
C.
new Top Gun movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there really is.
I mean, there's going to be a new Matrix movie. I don't know why I'm surprised.
Oh, really? When's that?
I really hope.
Oh, Christmas. Matrix 4.
I hope
Yeah.
the Matrix movie is good because, like, with what they can do with movies now,
Yeah.
we shouldn't have that albino twin problem. that we had.
No, I'm glad you
In the
They
mentioned
better
that.
not. They better not reboot it. Like, do
No,
that.
it's
No,
a,
they're
it's a
totally
continuation.
changing it.
I
yeah.
could see that happening though. They're
It's
like,
like Neo doesn't remember he's been in the Matrix, and he's like, I don't feel right here.
Yeah, he's like older and stuff.
He's
Dude, that's
pretty much just
sick, dog.
John Wick.
Yeah.
it's John Wick. There you go.
Who needs a mic,
Who
dude?
needs a mic when you have a
Chop,
vape
bro.
holder?
Yeah, the Wachowski sisters are directing the new Matrix.
Yeah. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
How cool is it to learn about the blue pill being liberal and the red pill being Republican, and after watching the Matrix?
Oh, yeah.
That's fun, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that has a correlation, or am I just
That's what
piecing
it's a
things together?
No, that's a reference to.
No.
Is it?
Huh?
Was the term red pill or blue pill even a thing?
That wasn't
You
no,
take a
no,
blue,
it wasn't.
Don't you take a blue pill to enter the Matrix?
No, you
Take the red pill.
take the
I don't
red-
accept that. I don't accept.
That's what that's a
It doesn't
reference
make
to.
any
I don't
sense
care.
in
I don't
the
accept
fact
that.
the color
It's,
dichotomy.
what it means is that if you with the red one's the one where you go into
You
the
see the Matrix,
what the
yeah.
Matrix-
No,
that's
no, no.
all it means to me is that like
It doesn't have any like
I don't accept
weird
that.
symbolism.
I thought the
to
red one was
politics.
the one where you leave the
But
matrix.
no,
Not at the
it has
time.
It's been destroyed.
It's been
It's
co-opted.
over.
Yeah.
Well,
Taken over like the rainbow.
what else is new?
It's true.
Yeah, the Matrix movie is coming out. Spider-Man is looking good.
16.
That does look good. I haven't seen any of the newer Spider-Man. Like I haven't seen a Spider-Man movie since the Tobey Maguire ones, but I want to go see this new fucking Spider-Man.
New
movie.
ones are good. Tobey
they're-
Maguire
that's what I
ones are
hear.
great.
Sony and Marvel. I mean, I wish Marvel had like all the rights to Spider-Man, but I guess
Yeah.
they sold it to Sony when they did the Tobey Maguire stuff.
Yeah.
So they are in line with the Marvel movies. You just can't find them on like Disney Plus or anything. So you
You gotta pirate them.
You just have to like
Yeah.
look up where they fit in and like catch them, pirated or on another website or something.
Yeah. Well, I don't give too much of a fuck about like the chronological order of the Marvel movies. Like,
Dude, it's good.
It's good. Just watch.
It's
watch.
good.
Disney Plus has it all. set
dude, I
up.
don't have a wife.
I couldn't even get.
So?
first-
That's a
I
big
couldn't even
thing
get
about
past
it.
the first
I'm
movie, the
Oh,
Captain
dude,
America movie. Is the
that
first one, right?
movie pissed me off.
Really?
I turned it off halfway through because I couldn't handle how
That's the
bad,
one where
like the
actor,
CGI to
yeah,
make
where he
him
looks like a
look-
little scrawny dude.
I was
Yeah.
like, this is
That's so funny.
Yeah.
so dumb.
Like
I
a
gave it
That's
another,
when I stopped watching it once he wasn't scrawny anymore because it was.
yeah.
I was
gave it
having a
another
good
chance,
laugh.
and it's good. It holds up.
It stopped being a comedy.
with the whole storyline.
I'm sure
it's,
if I could
it's
get through it,
important.
yeah.
But yeah, the movie alone is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It was a good movie. It was a good movie. Aside from the CGI bullshit.
Have you guys
yeah.
been to the movies at all lately?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
in a long time.
We've been going quite a bit.
I saw this one that it was all right. It was like a kids movie.
We watched Candyman, then Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Oh, that looked kind of good.
It's good.
Have you seen The Green Knight?
I don't like.
Yeah, we watched The Green Knight.
How was it?
That's pretty good.
I thought it was great. I just went. I'm a huge fan of Joseph Campbell. Not afraid to flex on that.
Could I have
Joseph Campbell. I read a whole book about. He like breaks down the Arthurian tale of Parzival and the guy Gawain, the guy who played the Green Knight.
Yeah.
And the way he breaks it down is like absolutely lovely. And watching that movie after that was like pretty special for me. But I could imagine anybody not fresh to that kind of shit is like, the fuck is this? You know?
I never heard of that story before, and then when me and Josh were on vacation in Oregon, I saw that he had the book. It was translated by J.R.R. Tolkien or something.
Yeah, Tolkien translated one version of it.
Yeah. And then I saw the trailer. It
There
looked
you
cool.
go.
It looked
It's
sweet.
pretty good.
Yeah, the trailer looked
Dude,
awesome.
actually, that day, I ran into you guys right before you guys went to see that movie. I ran into you guys at Rayleigh's, and I swear to God, as I was walking into Rayleigh's, I hadn't seen you guys in a few weeks or something.
You're allowed.
I was like, I'm going to run into Josh and Floyd. And I swear, as soon as I popped around the corner, I saw you guys.
We're kind of like a vibe.
Yeah, I like psychic distortions and like the wavelength. You know,
Like we're disrupting
You don't even know.
frequencies, like wherever we go.
we get kombuchas.
The shirt comes off, and
And
Swords to
my
plowshares,
frequencies
man.
soar.
Frequency store. Hey, by the way, so Wizzy the Kid is on our live stream. Big shout out. Happy
Wiz.
birthday, homie.
Happy birthday, bro.
Wiz!
Happy birthday, homie.
His birthday is tomorrow. I
No,
think.
his birthday is
the-
9/11.
No, it's 9/11.
Yeah,
Dylan
yeah.
Collins is on the
9/11.
live stream telling
The
me to take my
20th
sunglasses off. He can go
anniversary.
fuck
It's our
himself.
motherfucking birthday, Wizzy.
Love you, Wiz.
Love you, Wiz. What's up? What's up, Brandy? What up, Dylan? We got the live stream now.
I feel weird being the only one with sunglasses. You're right.
If I had some, I'd have them on.
You just have
You
glasses.
guys look so handsome. It's you a date last episode.
No, yeah, we did.
You guys were like, I would sell you $20.
I was like, who
grams
are
all day
these
long.
guys on the cover? I
Aw.
was like, who's this?
because you guys look like cops.
You guys were both wearing boat shoes. Nobody could see them, but
I
saw
could
'em.
feel it.
Yeah, I could sense
I
it.
could
What the fuck are
sense that
boat
shit.
shoes?
The
I
vibe, they're vibes, dude.
It's just a vibe. It's
I
like,
am
it's like
a-
shoes, but like with a
Vibe?
vibe.
I am a vibe.
Enough with the vibes. I said bro vibes earlier, and it stung a little bit.
Dude, at my wedding, we were all drunk, and you held your brother in both your arms. You looked him right in the eyes, and you were so sincere. You said, "You're like a brother to me." you told your real blood brother
I've been
that.
hearing about that one.
Like?
I hadn't drank in months, and then got drunk on
Dude,
Floyd's
you-
wedding. It was great.
Yeah.
You were
Me, same here.
you
I
were
didn't drink for a long
shirtless
time.
with your tie tied around your head in like minutes after the ceremony.
Yeah,
Minutes after.
pretty quickly after the ceremony, things got yeah.
I'm
got
glad
wild.
you guys were there because I was sitting around being such a good boy for Mariah's parents, and I was so happy to fucking.
Yeah. You cut loose.
God damn it! Yeah, and
What
they
was
had
that?
to hear about it.
What's that fake black velvet stuff that
Velveteen.
we drank on your bachelor party too?
Fake?
It looks like black velvet, but it's some other. It's like
Oh
even
yeah,
more,
it was cheaper.
it's even
Select.
more generic.
It's
Sunny
the Sunny
Select
Select
Black
brand.
It's the generic version of the generic
Yeah.
plastic
It's
jug whiskey.
What is it like value quality?
I don't-
What is it? Fucking-
Walmart's whiskey's a great value.
God
Sam's
damn it.
Club whiskey. I'm pretty sure.
Samsung.
Safeway. It was Samsung whiskey, dude. High tech shit.
You drink it, connects you to 5G. You,
Yeah.
don't have to get the vaccine.
I wish. Speaking of 5G, my cell phone is a piece of shit. I just
Oh, yeah?
got the fucking iPhone 12, and my service sucks everywhere I go. My service sucks everywhere I go.
Shouldn't have went 5G.
Fuck you, Sprint.
So-
you pieces
Oh, you have
of
Sprint.
shit.
That's why.
Got the
Well, it's
market
T-Mobile
voice.
now. It's T-Mobile.
No. T-Mobile.
Get Verizon.
Oh
homie.
yeah, Sprint sold out to T-Mobile. Now it's T-Mobile, and it sucks.
Yeah, get Verizon, homie.
I wish I'm on a family plan that's been around since like
That sucks because you.
prehistoric times.
Is it cheaper because of that?
I don't know. Probably.
Should look into that. Are we gonna do the Dirt Brigade news? That was like my favorite part. of the
Don't
last
forget news. Problem with that is
DB news?
Problem with that is
We actually do have some news.
Oh, good.
We've been working on our own vaccine.
Oh.
No blood clots yet. So what we did, one of our friends had COVID, so we had him spit in a vial, and then I hung out by Highway 70 by the 5G towers, catching as much 5G as I could. And
it's
so
a vibe.
It's a vibe. So we got some vaccines ready.
I think I found the name of the episode.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe.
So yeah, our 100th subscriber on Patreon will be getting a free vaccine. Not like those.
We just have to work
expensive-
our way up from 2. you want a free vaccine?
How much is it? How much is it a month to subscribe?
As low as $3.
$3.
So
I'll
it's a cup-
subscribe,
it's a
dude.
cup of
I'll
coffee a month.
subscribe. I'll subscribe.
We were up to $1 million a month.
What?
How do you think we afforded all this equipment? We started out with
I assume you stole some copper.
We were with we started out with one of those kaleidoscope things that like you put a new slide in and it just like it's a zebra and like a lion and like we started the show from that.
Yeah.
So
Well, it was pretty much audio only because we couldn't figure out a way to mail that to our subscribers. But
we bridged the gap and here we are.
there's one gap we can't bridge.
Your teeth.
No.
Oh God!
I was talking about feelings.
Oh,
These are
God damn it.
assholes.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I'm
I'm an
joking.
asshole.
It was my teeth. The whole time.
The whole time. Oh, I feel bamboozled.
I need one of those, but a cigarette holder.
Vape check.
Let me try it.
Vape check.
I'm not much of a
Pass the booze, please.
vape man.
You know the vape man?
Oh.
I'm kind of like I don't like to like tell girls I vape right
you
away.
Put it in the holster.
I like to go out on like
Yeah.
like a date or two
Then I gotta
dates
hold it.
before I let a
don't
girl know
hold
I
it.
vape.
Really? That's how I'm so
It's
upfront
called,
about that.
I like to call it date vape.
Date vape.
Poor men hold their own vapes.
I'm so
That's so
Right.
fun, dude. You're a Southern
You
gentleman.
like that?
I like how you talked into it too.
Oh,
I keep
oh,
forgetting.
yeah.
No, it's a whole new thing, dude.
It's a mic and a vape.
If
dude.
we could only just mix technologies up like that, that'd be great.
It would pick up the sound of you
I like
vaping too
holding
much.
it. I like holding it.
That would be like ASMR though.
I like the way you hold it.
microphone vapes.
I hold things well. That's what I'm
Dude,
told.
yeah.
May I?
Before I ever met you, I was like, Dirty D, who's that? And they're like, oh, dude, wait till you see the way this guy holds stuff.
I hear that constantly.
Hey,
This
He
guy
holds
just-
himself that well.
I hold myself well.
Mine's a little too.
Yeah.
Mine's a little too wide, but it's slipping. I got that
Sorry,
problem.
Bob, please.
Oh yeah.
Quickly.
Give him
Sorry,
the
bud.
sugar one. Oh no. So I'm
I
pretty.
gained 56 pounds in a drink.
How old are you?
Sam?
28.
I'm 28 years old
28
today.
years old today.
And
That's fruity.
Tomorrow I'll be gay.
How old are you? How old are you though?
I just turned 31, like not too long ago.
You're fucking old, dude.
Fuck you, dude. How old are you?
32.
Damn.
Sam is the oldest virgin we've had on the podcast. No, I'm just joking.
I almost agreed with you.
I just
Forgot.
noticed your tiara. That's
It's
Yeah,
so
he's
cute.
Princess JWoww.
Shouldn't
so,
you have
so
a
I
tiara?
can be the Mandalorian.
be
Josh
Yeah.
likes to steal the show.
Princess
I told
birthday?
you how he acted at my wedding, didn't I?
It's hard to talk through though.
The Mandalorian's holding up our live stream.
How many it's been a while since I've been on here. How many people do you get on the live stream usually?
We had one last time. Now we
One.
have
This is
about.
only the
One.
second time we've
I'm-
ever done a live stream during the show.
Okay.
It's very static on just us, the guests, and I feel like most of the pressure's on me.
Should
Yeah.
be.
It's all on you.
shots, I mean,
Thank you.
You're carrying the show. Me and Floyd gave up
No,
a
I'm
long
not.
time ago.
I've actually decided that I'm sick of introducing the show. I'm a fucking host. I should be introduced. I
No?
need like a guy. Also, I'm thinking there's a few things I wanted to put forth today as ideas. First of all, we record consistently every Sunday. I'd like to do that. Then
That was the
I'd like-
original.
then I'd like to have
This is
one
Wednesday.
one more camera, and I want
I have another camera.
I want Benson in the
Benson.
back on a keyboard, and I want his shit to play. I want him to be the band. I want him to play fucking funny.
Dude,
That would be- that
he
could be
could
really
score
good.
the show.
He could score the show.
I
Exactly-
wanted to do that. This
I'd fuck this
episode.
show.
If I just noodle in the background.
play
a
all
little
you
bit?
love. Play
right.
all you love to.
I
play.
didn't know if it would be too.
No, dude.
Yeah, we'll
cut
find
it up.
out.
We'll make it work, dude.
Just want to noodle in the
I'll
background.
visit the Reddit page.
If
and
you
see
can
what
hear
people
it,
think.
you can just adjust the sound on the fly, can't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm magical. I can do everything with it. Like anything with dicks or computers, I got it.
He's really good at the dick cuter.
Can't reset a dick. Can you make a computer come?
You can reset a dick.
You know what?
you
I've been-
punch it in the nuts. Yeah.
I was thinking about this recently. Is like computers are like they're okay smart, but like we give them way too much credit. They only do the shit we tell them to do. It's like computers are only smart because smart people were like, "Hey, computer, check this out." You know what I mean?
Hey, computer,
Hey, computer,
make a sick beat, computer.
and the computer's like, like that, master. And you're like, yeah,
You gotta feed it AOL CDs.
and floppy
Oh, yeah.
dicks.
Floppy dicks.
You guys ever play Duke Nukem on floppy disk?
On floppy disk?
Nukem, maybe.
Maybe, honestly. I think
I-
I,
I-
it was never on floppy disk.
I was
Go
playing.
fuck yourself.
Yes, no, it was. I was playing
Floppy
floppy
disk.
disks when Half-Life was out. I don't know why I was playing floppy disks, but I actually did get the chance to play some floppy
Duke
disk
Nukem was on
stuff.
floppy disk.
They are so confusing and they make no
Feel
sense.
free to score.
Yeah.
It's like now a floppy disk is like a
look busy,
click
huh?
on a computer. It's like a program
Feel free
that's just
if you
in
want.
the computer. Whereas like it used to be like, oh, I want to run Word. Let me grab 4 floppy disks.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
like,
A floppy disk couldn't
Josh,
hold
do you remember some of the floppy games we had?
Yeah, we had Commander Keen.
you guys had floppy games.
We had like the old floppy, like the floppy
big ones?
floppy disks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
square
yeah.
with like a fucking steel.
I
Steel
got
slider?
one
Yeah.
of the like the old PCs.
Yeah.
And I remember Commander Keen. It wasn't on a floppy. That was just on the. It was on the hard drive.
Yeah.
There was
Commander Keen's sick. That's
I
a
don't know
I
what
never
that
played
is.
it. There was
dude,
one
it's
game
such-
I
it's
can't
like
remember
a
the name
midway
of it.
game.
No. Commander Keen was id Software's first game.
Oh, it's
then they went
id.
to then they went to Doom right after that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doom,
okay.
Wolfenstein.
Dude,
Doom is mega
a
epic.
sick
Wait, what came
game.
first, Doom or Wolfenstein?
Wolfenstein.
Really?
Uh,
Okay, yeah.
Floppy disks though.
The Great Escape. I remember that one.
There was
Oh,
a
yeah.
game on floppy disks that you just run through like hallways.
Oregon
it's like
Trail?
a school.
No,
No?
it's not Oregon Trail.
It was confusing. I didn't like
No,
it.
not Oregon Trail. Yeah, it's like a school though.
It was just like you run through dungeons and then all of a sudden like a monster would pop up. Maybe it was a shooter as well.
I don't know what you're talking
I'm trying to
about.
remember.
Fuck, I can't remember it. Duke Nukem was a side scroller. I remember that. And there was one other game that I played on floppy disk that was like
Let
that
me
was
some
cool.
Puke
But,
Nukem, baby.
and the only game I've ever played like it is it's like an old school Dungeons and Dragons game. It's like one of the first games they brought to the computer, and it's shitty as fuck. And you just
Yeah.
like go
Is
down.
that the
hallway.
one that's on arcade?
Was that the
games?
original Gauntlet game?
I don't know.
Probably. Well, you're just in a hallway. And then a monster shows up.
Oh, there's one that's like I'll see it at a like movie theater arcades sometimes, and it's like a story game, and it's like a D&D.
Oh,
like,
is it like
campaign.
Dragon's Lair?
Something like that.
Dragon's Lair was trickiest.
It looked like it was impossible.
These dude, arcade games
You were like some
were
knight
impossible.
dude.
Most of them
There's a
were.
dragon.
I
don't
played
know.
Pac-Man, or no, Mega Man X.
Yeah.
So
on
that game
Ninten-
was an arcade game,
That was
correct?
on Super Nintendo.
A Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo.
Okay,
Oh, yeah, it was
well maybe.
technically
Anyways,
way
Dragon's
later.
Lair is a perfect example. We'll go to Dragon's Lair. Dragon's Lair is, if you're paying coins to try to beat that game, it's impossible.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't imagine anybody beating that game. I'm sure there's people that do it in seconds, like on YouTube, but like, that game is absolutely fucking possible.
I've
and if you're
heard
paying
that's
coins,
like a ridiculous
you-
game.
to beat that game paying coins is
Isn't just
legendary.
a billion QuickTime events in a row?
Yeah,
It's like a
Okay.
it's like they play you an animation and you have to click a button at like the perfect time during the animation.
Does it
to
tell
cue
you
the
what
next
button it
an-
is?
Not at first. They have newer versions that have button prompts.
At first
Okay.
it was no cue.
At first
You
it
have
was
to guess.
nothing?
So you just pay a quarter to
And try to
Watch the
press
first-
any button you can and you never get prompted.
That doesn't even sound fun.
No,
it
it's
doesn't.
a waste of money, dude.
Yeah, that's psychotic.
At the
Unless
time,
you just really want to know what happens next.
yeah, at
You're
the
like,
time it was really cool because it was actual cell animation
yeah.
that the
Yeah, it
thing
looked-
would
it looked
play.
cool.
It was revolutionary. It was like the coolest graphics a game's ever seen at that point.
Yeah, that shit holds up today. It's just a
And
good
it
art
was
style.
and it was just like press a button to play the next animation, but press the right button at the right time. Or you
psychotic.
lose.
That's psychotic behavior. Why would you do that?
Craziness, dude. Yeah.
That's how games. Were
I've been
made.
playing tons of Minecraft. Minecraft.
Okay.
I've been reading tons of Minecraft or whatever that book's called. And Minecraft is the biggest fucking waste of time I've ever been a part of, and I can't get enough of it.
It'll get old eventually.
Dude, I've tried to let it get old. I played
How
it
long have you been playing it?
years.
Oh, really?
Years.
I'm telling my house is so cute, and my garden, dude. Oh, and I could fuck a creeper up. Don't even creepers. I'm kidding. I suck at the game, but I play a lot, and it, like way more than I like. I should be way better.
Is this
God,
yours?
what is it about those fucking games?
This is a group drink,
Those
right?
like what's
Sure.
games with no goal.
It's just a sandbox.
There's no
man.
fucking like sandbox games.
Like
I
what?
don't-
What's a game with no goal?
All of them.
Minecraft? It's like there's
What's
nothing.
that one?
There's an end to the plot. They added a plot to Minecraft. There's like a dragon
there's
you
a
have to
way,
beat.
yeah, yeah.
Did you beat the dragon?
No, but I have been like exploring the map, and I find what feels like.
Have you been to the
as
Nether?
Designed dungeons.
Have you been to the Nether?
No, I haven't been that low.
Oh, so it's like you haven't even done half of the game,
No,
Of
I
what
don't
you're
know how
supposed to
to
do.
make progress. I just make a good life for my character, and I'm well protected. And I'm like, what else is there?
You could Google it.
That's
I
what you
do.
have to do with those sandbox games.
I
There's
watch
no,
people
they
play
don't give you
Minecraft.
anything. You have to look everything up.
Don't
I
even-
watch people play Minecraft.
What's the
and I
flat
just do
one?
stuff
What's
they
the
do.
2D one?
Terraria.
Terraria.
I like that one.
I played
I
that
played
too.
that one
I like
a lot.
that one.
Yeah.
That one's more action packed. There's like
Yeah.
it's hard.
It's
that
hard.
One's
More RPG oriented.
I played that like a few months ago. I love the kitty, dude.
I know. I think I.
I love this kitty. It's
I didn't know-
hissing. It's hissing under the table.
I didn't know the
It's a
kitty
little
was there. I
scary,
touched
but
it. Yeah.
So
Be
far,
that cat.
I might
Go
have
ahead.
kicked the cat.
so far she hasn't hit or bit anybody yet.
That's
so.
good.
That cat though is
Nah,
it's the
she
kind of
won't.
cat. It's the kind of cat that will like crawl on your lap and purr and like make muffins and sink in and get hella comfortable.
I was
But if
petting
you
the cat
touch it,
earlier.
it's like
make muffins. I've
Nah,
never
dude, I was
heard
petting
that
the cat
expression.
Oh, it's
Make
where it
muffins.
starts
She's kneading.
Starts
Yeah.
making biscuits, dude.
Ma- make-
tearing your plant. your
Making
fucking-
biscuits.
I like make that's
Ma-
cute.
we make
It's
muffins.
cute as fuck.
Pass the booze, please.
Yes, sir.
I was about to say you sound thirsty. Sound like you can take it.
What else is in the news though? I mean, fuck, dude. So much.
Do you really
crazy
want to know?
So
Oh,
much crazy shit happens all the
Iran
time.
Contra.
no,
that
the
was-
worst thing. Norm Macdonald died today.
Norm Macdonald died today on
No,
my
he
birthday.
didn't.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Norm Macdonald
Norm,
is dead.
A quote from Norm on a talk show. He said,
Are you serious?
He
Yes.
Said, he said, tell
Yes.
He said, if you can tell me a politically,
He was like
he's dude.
55
He's
or
been
something,
fighting
right?
cancer
I
for
think
10
he's just
years.
51.
No, he's 61.
He's
61?
been secretly
61.
fighting cancer because he didn't.
Jesus.
He
Yeah.
didn't want to. He didn't want to like be a, like.
That's a
that guy.
bummer. I didn't know that.
Check this out. Norm said this. This is a quote, and I might be butchering it, but he said, "If you can," he said this on a talk show. He said, "If you can tell me a politically correct joke that's funny, I'll give you $1 million." He made that challenge.
A what joke?
A
politically correct joke.
That's funny. That's the most important part.
Well, he got a he went through a bunch of shit. He said retard. I
Yeah.
think, and it pissed a lot of
Norm
people off.
comes from a time like a different time. Like to try to censorship is a tool of the tyrant. I don't
Yeah.
fucking like it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
though,
I agree.
especially in the context of his situation.
Yeah.
Any artist,
He's a-
ever.
yeah.
He
100%.
he
Unless you're going around
he wa-
fucking kids because you're like it means so much.
right.
It's like, dude,
I don't think censorship is good at all, but he wasn't even doing anything like controversial. I don't remember what the joke.
He's so not controversial.
And I
either.
think he tried to correct
talked
himself
about
like
this.
after he
I've
said.
been
you know.
talking about this week. Okay, it's problematizers. Okay, problematizing is something that people do.
What's that?
It's so there might not actually be a problem there, but there are people who obsess over
Yeah.
finding problems.
It was
And-
probably a handful
and
of
you get-
assholes.
Dude, the
you know?
youth today is just filled with problematizers.
Yep.
There's things that like aren't issues that people have so much to say because it's literally their own like they're creating and being mad about problems. It's problematizers. And I think that we should take responsibility for the fucking things we find problems in. It's like just because I think there's a problem doesn't mean that it's a fucking universal issue. It means that I have found I have problematized a situation. Take responsibility.
Yeah. Well, it's not like we're probably not going to encounter anything like that, but with some like huge celebrity, I don't know, any level of celebrity, I guess. They have to deal with a lot more scrutiny, I think, and then they get all
I
this
think,
backlash
yeah.
from crazy
They
people.
work
It's
work
probably
with,
a
like-
tiny sliver of people.
That's the thing is
They
it's
work
only
with
a small
networks
it's a
and-
small, but a loud.
Once in a
small
while, though, you'll meet
portion.
one in the wild,
Yeah.
and it is the craziest thing.
Yeah, and I think it fucks with. I could see how it would fuck with their heads, you know, like
Yeah.
because they get all this, you know, they.
But that's the thing. It's like okay, if I walk into a room and I have like super unique issues, and all of a sudden someone says something unknowingly that triggers me, and I find a problem with it, it's not necessarily their problem. It's my own fucking issue.
Yeah, I agree. I think.
Yeah.
I think we're all on the same page.
Yeah, I
there.
agree.
And then
A lot of people just walk around like people have to fucking give a fuck what they think,
Yeah.
and
and it's just not true.
Norm's case is like you don't. It's not like he like breaks into your house and does his stand up to you.
Yeah.
You just if you,
I wish
you
he
could
would.
you could easily just not
Wasn't he
watch
on
his
Howard
bit.
Stern? He was on like
That's
a,
true for
a
anybody.
super raunchy show.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Where
Howard
they've-
Stern
they've-
shows.
Howard Stern himself has said way worse shit
Oh,
than
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And I don't know what
It's
it
probably
is.
probably it has to do with all the network stuff, honestly, just because Norm Macdonald was pretty big in the show
I don't know
business.
what agendas they're trying to, like, these networks that are trying to stay safe. I don't know
Well,
what
you
they're
gotta
trying
think
to push.
someone
but,
like him, someone like
There
Norm.
are-
He's probably got a sturdy backbone. You know what I mean?
He's not
and
moving.
and it's still like it can be an issue. I think if people enough people are making you feel like a piece of shit. You know, like no matter how fucking
Right.
sturdy you are. You know,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
If there's enough people,
I think
there's
that's
a lot of voices
that's
online.
an issue
you know?
with anybody who speaks up or stands out is that you're gonna have if you're lucky a 50-50 where people like you and hate you. If
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
lucky,
Yeah.
a majority of people have 60-40 or whatever for hate in the favor. Like it's like anybody who stands up for anything is gonna take on bullshit. Like no matter what, you do have to have a backbone. You have to be like. You have to kind of believe in what you're saying. Believe that what you're saying is like, I don't want to say righteous, but at least like not going to hurt anybody. And I guess if you're trying to not be problematic, that's another issue. Because there's all kinds
People
of.
who are just shitheads.
Well, there's definitely things that I would avoid.
Because I don't think you.
Yeah.
Because I don't
There's
care
literally
enough to
nothing,
fight
like, there's
Yeah.
like nothing you could say that would like physically harm anybody, but like you could say shit that's easily problematic for somebody.
But you could get
It's not gonna
10,000 people online fucking going crazy and talking shit to you and giving you, like threatening you or
that
whatever.
pressure.
Yeah,
is
they're
real,
more
for
likely
sure.
to
And
hurt people.
I
than-
think that I could,
It's gonna change.
person
It's
making
gonna
the
make.
joke.
I get affected by like somebody.
No matter what,
if
even
I
if you try
bum
to
somebody
push it
out,
off,
like,
you're gonna
I
be
just-
affected. You're gonna watch the next thing you say because of this bullshit. Yeah.
I'm super sensitive to that kind of shit, so I could relate to somebody.
I
being
remember
like,
when we started the show, you were like, "Man, I have fucking panic attacks about stuff I say on this fucking show,"
Yeah, for sure.
and like, I don't know.
Well, actually, for like every episode, for like a week afterwards, I'm kind of like things are playing back in my head, But it's not like I'm like it's not like it's just like whatever, I agreed to do it. I knew it was going to happen.
I'm gonna pause you right there. I hate to do that because I feel I feel your vibes.
Yeah, I was
But,
gonna say that's
vibes
a real
are,
vibe.
The vibes are on point.
we got to take a break. We'll be right back.
I bought us seafood, some wine. I'm Joe. Yeah. Yeah, well, look who's back in the cockpit. Thanks for dropping them charges. Saw my dick in my credit card down a cut crack. Say your girl back. Think you know. Get off my face, bitch. I'm jaded and you're basic. We covered all the bases. I pull out and bust on the faces. Smile! Wondering if I got swag or not. I'm a motherfucking swagger now, and I'm lasting off. Fucking your ass is wrong. Never the last to draw, never the first to fall. First of all, menage a trois on the Doppler radar. Fucking your ass is wrong. Menage a trois on the Doppler radar. Now I'm blasting off.
I was just talking about how after you turn 27, I've talked to you about this before, Floyd. After you turn 27 or 28, your brain just like calms down so much as a man. Like you're all the crazy rage and insanity that you can't control.
I've been telling myself in my head like it's a narrative that I keep. It's like I am beginning to lose the power of my youth, and I'm fine with it. I'm becoming okay
You
with
gain other things.
Yeah.
That's
true.
okay, but like I'm being replaced. Like I have kids, and a son, so like I gotta give everything away to this dude. Like I'm I went on my hero's journey, dude, and I feel like I've come full circle, and I'm back home, but I'm changed. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And like from here on out, I just have to like I'm the advisor. That's what I feel like, and I'm still very young. I still feel like I still have a lot of learning to do.
You still have some adventure too. It's not
Yeah,
like,
of course.
It's not like
It's
all over.
It's not a story tale where like happily ever after means you just stick at
Dude,
you stay at home.
my second act is fucking. Dude, I'm telling you.
You're liking it?
Act 2 is where it's
Electric
at for me.
Boogaloo.
Act 2.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the sequel's better. Like Spider-Man 2 is great.
Those are really good
Dude,
Doc,
you-
Ock.
you know-
Especially if you wasted yourself in the first, like
In the first act, yeah.
The first act
Dicked
was a
around.
waste.
I don't feel
Yeah.
like I don't quite feel like I was wasted in the first act. I just feel like
I definitely could have been spending my time a lot. If the things that I spend my time doing now, if I would have been doing that in my first act, I would be so much better off.
I do feel like my first act was not as efficient as it could have been.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't feel it's my fault.
It's not a waste.
And
but-
efficiency's not the most important
Like
part.
if
It's
like I'm telling you,
wouldn't have
if I
learned the
had
lessons.
if I had Asian parents and they were like, play the piano, play the piano, I would be like, I'll play the piano, and I'd probably be better. No wait, look,
I'm
look,
locked in.
Look, I'm just saying, if I had proper guidance and like firm
Order.
yes, and whatever the fuck, yes,
Yeah, whatever it is.
structure.
Yeah.
Like that would have changed that would have, maybe my second act would be chaotic because of it. But I feel like we all share a chaotic first act. Maybe not Sam, but I feel like
What
we
was
share.
what was your first act like? I don't know you that well.
You're 31.
31.
So
I'm 31.
You're in the you're in your second act.
Yeah, the
we could
beginning
say
of
Oh,
that.
the second act is so much better because now I'm doing comedy and actually pursuing things that I want to fucking do. Instead of
You're
mostly.
not like what as opposed to like what were you?
I was
what-
just fucking dicking around on the internet, just kind of being a shithead, playing video games, and
I think that's
Just,
a sign
working
of our
shitty jobs.
generation is like
Yeah.
a lot of us just fucked off at
Yeah.
at the beginning.
I'm thirsty, sir.
Our 20s were like extra set of like another 10 years of being teenager.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like-
Exactly.
And then you finally do the little hobbies that you always wanted to do. And you're just like, oh, I just can do it. You just gotta
Yeah.
do it.
yeah.
Been there the whole time.
Yeah, no one's gonna be like.
Yeah, a lot of it's
no one's
for
gonna
me
be like-
is convincing myself I'm not too old to pursue things anymore.
Yeah. that's a
Yeah.
good one.
That's
Well, my voice still cracks because
You're
I have
not.
a
You're
condition.
You're a young man. I'm a child still. Like you're a young man. I don't think that like.
I agree by today's standards.
In the grand
that's the way
scheme
it
of
is.
Yeah.
things, the grand scheme of things, like
hot, dude.
a person that's lived a
Gonna
full
bite your
life,
balls.
Dude,
like an
she's
80-year-old
right next to my
would
foot
call
the whole
you a young man. They wouldn't call you a child for sure, but they would call you a young. You're young. You're a young
Yeah.
man. In like our standards, I think today, yeah, we're old. We're 30 years old. Like who gives a fuck? But like about us anymore. But like in the grand scheme of things, if you pinch out to like real reality, like the real if you look at like our span of life and how much time we have left, you're a baby boy, dude. Like you're just now.
With the
You're a young adult.
with
dude.
the way I've treated myself, I'm probably just below the halfway point. If I'm being modest too, like if I'm just able to sleep at night.
I will agree
But
with
yeah,
that.
no, yeah.
I will agree with that because in my youth, I think that I probably started like partaking in heavy drinking and in drug use pretty early on, like,
Yeah, my whole life
So-
has just been an agreement to where like, oh, I'm gonna start eating salads tomorrow every day for
Yeah.
fucking
I probably
15 years. Like, tomorrow I'm gonna be eating salads and drinking kombucha. It's gonna be good. I'll make up for it, and it never comes around.
I remember one time a guy told me that I looked. He said he was a friend of my brother's, and I hadn't seen him in like years. And he'd seen me again, and he was like, "You're fucking 22 or whatever." And he's like, and I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You look fucking 40." And I was just like,
This guy said that to me.
I was like,
the other
"What?"
night.
I was like, "Is that a good thing?" And he was like, "No."
I told this at Tito's show, at the
Onion?
at the Onion, the other night. This guy, I told him my age. I told him I was 32, and he's like, "No, you're not, dude. How old are you, dude?" And
He
I was like,
he didn't believe
"I'm
you in
32."
which direction.
He was like, "Dude, you're like 42, 37, like in there in that range." And I'm like, "Okay, damn it."
You want to know something? I assume the same thing too.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
why I asked you
It's
outside.
not the first time.
Okay, Sam, have you seen Death Note?
Yeah. Well,
Have you
not
seen-
all of it,
have
but
you
I know
seen-
what happens.
Oh my god.
I know. Fuck you, dude.
Don't ruin it.
What did I do wrong? I asked you, dude.
I'm
this
telling-
happened last time.
I'm telling
I
Sam not
asked
to
you
ruin
a
it.
Oh my
fucking
God.
question, dude. I asked you a question, and I'm the bad guy. Dude.
Yeah, you should know better now.
I asked you, have you seen Death Note? And
Yeah, I
got-
have seen.
He's not
I've
gonna
seen
ruin
a bit,
it for
I've
you.
seen a bit of Death Note. I know what happens.
Look,
you don't. There's no
Don't,
ruining it.
what are you
Well,
trying to
no,
do,
Josh is-
Sam? What
Josh
the
is-
fuck is wrong with you?
Josh is watching it for the first time. Dustin, have you seen it?
I'm not. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
You're like, I know what's gonna happen, and you're
I
about
know
ready
what's
to say
gonna.
what's
Without-
gonna
No, I
happen.
wasn't gonna say
How
anything.
far
look,
are
look,
you?
look,
How
look.
far are you, Josh?
I
The
think we're
corporation is
doing
someone-
corporate-y
with
stuff.
Someone in
Corporate-y
the,
stuff.
Someone in the corporation
Okay.
is Kira. We don't know who.
So you're like over halfway through.
Yeah, it's like
No.
episode 27.
Remember-
or
Do you
something.
notice
Okay.
how things just feel different after a minute?
Yeah, like
Like it's super good, and then it kind of gets not so good.
it's been.
Yeah,
st-
I
it's
think
still
what
super
happened
good.
there. I think what happened there is they were basing
We are
it
we are
off. Of
we are at the probably the episode where things start to fall off. Like it's Josh's.
It's still good.
It's
but
all been gold.
I watched it
What's that guy's name?
8 years
Matsuda?
ago or something.
Matsuda.
Like that.
Matsuda. Remember the character Matsuda? He's like dead. He's kind of dead weight. After like almost
I don't know
everybody
the
falls
names
off.
anymore.
Almost everybody falls off in the investigation team, and there's just a few left, and there's one guy that's like, I feel like I'm not doing anything. He's Misa's manager. He's the hot chick's manager. But anyways, he has an episode that's based like it's like focusing on him, and like it's one of my favorite episodes of anything I've ever watched in my life. When I first watched it, the suspense was unreal. That show is so good.
It's damn good.
It was a good one.
I should watch
And
it.
I don't even care what people say. I think like
No, I
all the
genuinely
way,
think
all
it
the way
was
to
good.
the end. It's
It's been a long time since I watched it.
it's hard
though.
to end shit like
Dude,
unfortunately Death Note should have been one of those shows that goes 12 seasons, but it wasn't, and they had to
Good.
fucking end it. But
Good.
and that's a good thing
Good.
too.
Yeah,
that wasn't
good.
my complaint. I don't really have a complaint necessarily. I just noticed when,
I don't know
when
what
you when
people
you watch
say.
a show and you can like the writing's really good and it's going somewhere, and then all of a sudden there's like a change in trajectory.
I've been there a million times.
I felt that with that show, and I think I looked it up, and it was a situation where
Yep.
They surpassed the manga, probably.
something like that, or the show was successful and they didn't have a manga to base it off of,
You ever
so
watch,
they like just kept making shit up or something.
you ever
but
watch-
it resolved really well. It was a good show.
You ever watch Mad Men?
a little bit.
I watched a little bit of it. I
That
didn't
show
get-
is another one. Everybody watches a little bit of it because it started so
I liked it.
fucking
yeah, it
strong.
started so good.
It
yeah.
starts so strong and falls off so hard.
Yeah.
And another one like that is it's an old school sitcom, Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh, yeah,
Never
yeah.
watched it.
They're aliens and they come disguised
Like
as
a
humans.
daytime
and they have to-
television.
yeah, they have to like figure out how to be humans, disguised as humans. They're aliens. But like that show's good until like season 6, and then it's like they for real just go through a portal where they're in an alternate dimension where each of their characters are like the exact opposite of what they were written to be, where they're all success stories and they all have everything very. And it's like, who in the writers' room quit? Like, what the fuck happened?
You can always tell when that happens, and
You can always tell. That's a thing.
almost I can. This is for me that I've noticed this with almost every story, every book, every show, even if it's the same writer all the way through. Stories start really strong, but trying to wrap up all of those loose
Something
ends,
so good, yeah.
Yeah.
it's really hard to pull that off.
You know what's really cool that we just watched last night was an animated film of The Witcher. It was like a Witcher made film
The Witcher Nightmare of the
on,
White
on
Wolf or something
Netflix.
like
I
that.
haven't
Dude,
seen that.
oh my
So good.
I saw the
God.
show, the TV show. of
The
it.
animation, the TV show.
I didn't watch that
sucks.
either.
If you've played the video games,
I didn't watch. I didn't play the
that's
game.
another one. Everybody,
played the
when
game.
the show was
It's really
coming
good.
out, when the show was coming out, everybody was like, "Dude, Witcher." And then after about a week or so,
It
I
was
talked
an
about
average show.
people stopped talking about it because
Yeah.
we found out they're not doing anything.
They
special
played that
with
one
it.
song too fucking much.
And then, but the video game, dude,
Slaps.
Witcher 3
That's what I
slaps
heard.
hard.
This is a
Slaps.
nerdy. This is a nerdy episode.
This is very
That's
nerdy.
fine,
It's
that's
his
fine, that's
birthday.
fine.
Have you guys? You're a Berserk fan, right?
Of course.
Yeah, that's one of
I-
my favorite.
Did you read the final chapter that was
I-
Oh my
released?
god,
I-
these two
I didn't-
together about Berserk is gonna fucking.
Oh, I
We're
love
not going to
Berserk.
talk anything about anything else.
Berserk.
I'm the third one.
No, we won't get.
Don't
that
spoil anything, Sam.
No,
That's a series.
I wasn't gonna.
I've only watched the series to the point to where it like everything gets crazy and it's coming to a huge conclusion, and then the series is over and they give you no more.
I read.
Yeah.
Pretty,
That's the
I
best
read
series,
Pretty Deep.
too. That's
It's
the best.
amazing.
Is it the '90s one?
Yeah,
Probably.
It's
Yeah,
one
that
of
goes
the 90s
up
one's
to the
brilliant.
eclipse and then just stops abruptly.
And I don't know what
Very
line.
unfortunate.
I don't know which.
I started watching. Did you see the new shit?
If you guys
I
know
didn't
which
watch the new shit because it was of bad quality.
It was pretty bad, but
the
they
animation
were,
is terrible.
I watched
Terrible.
one.
I
don't like the
I watched
style.
the first episode.
It
The
goes
animation
farther
was
in the plot.
terrible, but it did. It started right
after
the Black
because they
Swordsman.
reanimated.
Can you guys hook me up with like whatever movie I have to watch right after
There's-
that?
I think the
90s
3 movies
series?
are good. I think the
Is
3
there
movies.
no
any
movies.
wrap up?
there's
They don't
The
wrap it up.
other,
no
the other
movies,
movies
there's
are
a
just
show.
the movies are a
They don't
recap.
ever wrap that up.
No, check it out. There's the comics. If
Yep.
you read the comics,
You should.
it never.
have
The
to
guy
read the
died
comics.
actually before he finished it, so it doesn't get.
Yeah, he died this
He
year.
died like a
But, dude,
a couple
it's-
weeks ago.
it's
So they've been
still
putting out new
worth it.
shit that's like okay.
No.
no,
Listen,
they wrapped
listen.
it, trying to wrap
they
it up
did.
in the final.
They did the '90s series, which is like the first arc, kind of like in a different order, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the first arc, and then
It was the golden
it got
order
cut
arc, the
off.
first
And
one.
then the 3 movies they came out with were just redone with shitty CGI
Oh, really?
and
Okay.
stuff. And then there was a series that just came out. I watched one episode of it, which continues after the '90s thing, but it's kind of bad quality. But there were some annoying changes, but it was pretty close to the.
I think that
Josh, can you take these?
But that's
And
the
I'm gonna go get
best.
water.
That's the best.
The recap
That's
ones
the best
aren't
anime
bad.
or story or anything I've ever read in my whole life.
No, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you should read the comics, you can. It's easy.
Yeah, that's what I was
go,
reading.
go to readberserk.com.
Yeah.
You can, the whole thing
They're
is
amazing.
there.
The comics are amazing.
Yeah.
I was
It's one of the
gonna
best
start-
I
stories
got
I've
pretty
ever
deep
heard.
into that. I never got to the end because knowing that
I've
it doesn't resolve, but like
yeah,
I
you
got
should catch up.
I got pretty deep, and I love it.
You should.
Yeah,
You should,
it-
you should
that's
catch
amazing.
up.
I'm not really
You
a fan.
think you're deep. Dude, the
No,
final.
I've seen pictures of like things got spoiled for me, and I already know I'm not even.
I could go on my phone and make you cry. Fuck you, dog. I'm being hostile.
No,
Did Sam do whippets?
they've made me cry. They've made me cry several times.
Oh yeah.
Just in the comics. So.
Of course. This is a very nerdy episode. I love
Very
it.
nerdy.
You
I
know,
love it.
A good
But
series.
Berserk is
It's so
so
dear to
good.
my heart.
I can't
dude.
say enough about it.
I
Have you
can't.
guys ever heard? Oh, go ahead.
I said I can't make a character like in D&D and video games that's slightly taking from Berserk a little
Dude,
bit.
Yeah.
have you guys ever heard of Lone Wolf and Cub?
Yes. It's very good.
I just got the first like compendium. It's got like it's like that thick.
Nice.
I got
Oh,
it
shit.
at Barnes
Good.
and Nobles today.
I was just looking at those comics.
so
it looks
sick.
so fucking cool.
It's
There's
so cool, man.
28 of them, and they're all like fucking mega thick. I'm so excited.
Mega thick. Nice.
I've read a
You know, I
number
love
of
how
the
shit
stories
mega
in
thick.
there. It's really good.
I just finished the Sandman series, and it's super good.
Yeah,
It starts out really strong and ends strong
Sandman.
too. It's
Apparently,
really fucking
he's
good.
fucking like
Because
having life-changing moments.
a
over
good
this.
skill in writing, I think, is knowing when to cut it. Like just
Yeah.
to be like,
How do you know when you're
it's
finished?
done
And any
at
in
the
any
peak.
art form ever.
At the peak.
How do you
At
feel?
the-
How do you
any-
feel
any
about One
art- yeah.
Piece?
I
Kill yourself when you're 20.
I haven't watched 800,000 episodes, so I don't know.
No,
Our last episode's gonna be episode 27.
that is the hardest part of any like creating anything. I don't understand it yet.
Well, there's things.
How do you know when you're finished?
There's things too that are good because of how long they are too, like fucking Dragon Ball or some shit like that.
Yeah.
It's this fantastic, goofy universe,
I
and
was
it's like
talking-
it transports you to some other place, and it lasts forever. And the you know the guy dies, and then the sun
Comes
grows
back
up,
from
and like that kind of shit's cool too. It has, but that's rare, you know.
I was just
Yeah.
talking about this earlier. Like Asian folks like tell long ass stories.
I love it. We did
I
like,
love it too.
Dude, like
find that name
Yeah.
name an
Sashi?
American like show
Superman.
where
the only
where
buddy-
the dad dies and the son grows up
the only
and like
person
it
that
keeps
I can
going. Like
compare to like dude, the
That's a good
discipline of
point.
it, like these
I looked for
these
that.
guys are talking. They're having a whole nother
Sorry.
conversation.
I'm
No,
hearing
look,
you.
The only person I've ever like even known that's American to have like even an ounce of the same like discipline that some of these like storytellers tell. This is Stephen King.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
He writes as much as like, but like Musashi is like this old Japanese tale about a samurai that's like hugely influential in their culture, like for like ever now, and like that book takes 48 years to read. It's so fucking long, and it details this dude's entire fucking life, and like I've noticed with like comic books and other stories from like Japan, they tell epic tales for long.
I really like
There's
that.
series that come out from like
Not
manga
every
series.
series needs to be that long, but there's
like
some
that
that are like
idea.
so
Yeah.
potent that it's just like I don't. It should never end.
They
It's just
should
keep
have.
going.
There should be. I think when someone starts a long series like that, they should be. They should know how it's going to end in the beginning.
Yeah.
And everything else is a side quest. But like we always feel, if we always feel that character moving towards what we know is the real fucking deal.
Yeah, to make a character
Then
evolve
it's
through
good.
that in an
Yeah.
interesting way is not easy.
Well, it's
Yeah.
like the Akira Kurosawa movies are like 3.5 hours long, and
Yeah.
they're like as long as they should be. You know, like Seven Samurai is such a goddamn good movie, and it's like
Classic.
You want to
so
cry,
fucking
dude?
long.
Oh, I want to
Can
watch
I
that.
can
cry
I
all
use
day
your
long.
stand for a second? Thank you.
What,
I don't know
what
why
what's
I'm
gonna make
using
me cry?
I don't know. I just love epic long ass tales. I think Americans. I said this earlier today. I think Americans are like, here's a guy in kind of a normal life, and some epic ass shit happens to him, and now he's badass.
Yeah.
And now normal life happens again, happily ever after.
I think we crave
Where-
that
whereas,
shit,
like,
but we
it's
just
a
don't
quick-
have it. We don't get it.
It's a very like quick rotation of development. It's like it happens so quickly. We see these guys just like it's as if only one epic thing could ever happen to them. And where as opposed to that, where you get in like manga, you get these epic long stories where you know there's a degree of development, and there's not always like that one big thing that changes everything, but there's things that change things. You know,
It varies.
do you
A
think
movie,
that's-
most movies, I want it to end. I'm like, wrap this shit up.
You think the
yeah.
But like, then I also crave those really long stories.
I enjoy the long stories.
like really long ones that just keep going and keep going and keep evolving. What were you saying?
Oh, I was gonna say, do you think that the American basis for telling stories, like how you have one major thing happen to you, then you go back to normal life happily ever after, is based on like trying to indoctrinate people to be like soldiers? Like you go to war, you come back, get your wife, kids, and do a good job, soldier. You're the hero.
I mean, maybe
in some
little
way, I'm
bit,
sure it's
but-
influential, but I think I think it has to do with like
It's
you know
satisfying.
attention span of the masses. It's like
Don't you
people,
want
that's
people
fair.
don't give a fuck for more
that-
than 2
like if
hours.
you're watching like
That's-
a
yeah.
movie or you're reading a single book or something, I think it has to do with like you want it to resolve. You want it at the end to be like, I'm done. I get to put this down, and I felt good about it.
I read a book
you know?
called The Addiction Formula.
But also, like I said, the long-winded, crazy stories are good too.
Yeah.
I read a book called The Addiction Formula, and it's about writing music, and it says like you use repetitive patterns to set up you set the people up to expect something. So you feed them a question and you give them an answer. You feed them a question and then you give them a different answer, and they're like, whoa. And like so that's like one technique on you feed someone's expectations to a certain point, and then you rip the rug out from underneath them and give them something different. And that is what kind of gives people that like, whoa, what a cool part
Yeah.
of like a song, you know? And so you're playing with people's expectations.
That applies to movies for sure, because there's this series on Netflix. It's like Fear Street. Did you guys see that?
Is that
It's
R.L.
like
Stein?
the R.L. Stein adult like books or whatever that they made into movies, I think.
Huh.
And I watched the first two. I didn't see the third one or whatever. But when I was watching those movies, I knew exactly what was going to happen.
and it felt so good when it did.
No, not even that. I mean, they weren't bad. They were entertaining movies. But I just knew what was going to happen. And it's like,
How did
It
that
didn't
make you feel when
didn't
it
subvert any expectations?
no, it didn't subvert any fucking.
was
it
that
tried,
satisfying, or
No.
was that no?
No, it was just like,
Too easy.
this is going to happen. It's
So
not
you-
memorable. It
you
might
don't
be
want
entertaining in the
something-
moment, but it's like it's not memorable.
You don't want something that you can expect. You want
Not
You want a
always.
shamel ham.
Not always.
You
I
want
don't
someone
want.
to shamel ham.
I
you.
want it to.
Shamel ham.
I don't know. I want something to come to surprise me. I don't want it to just be like, oh,
to left
you
field.
can just follow the
Oh my
narrative
God.
and be like, it would make sense if they just did this next,
Have you seen the movie?
and then
like,
that's exactly what kept happening.
It's like Cloverfield 13 or something like that.
Go in the
Uh,
basement.
Cloverfield Lane.
I like
John-
those movies.
Yes. John.
13 Cloverfield
the,
Lane or something
the
like that.
dad from fucking full or whatever that fuck.
John Goodman.
Roseanne. Dude.
John Goodman's
That
amazing.
movie is the perfect example of throwing your You think
Yeah.
you think one thing for like 3/4 of the film, like more than that, like so much. The end of that movie will fucking blow
Yeah.
your mind,
It can go too far the other way, where it's like
and it's good.
they just shove some crazy random shit at you at the end.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I think they dealt with that pretty well in that movie. But I've seen it go the other way too, where it's just like
That's where TV shows.
it's building up, building up, building up, and then they just shove some random shit.
It was all a dream or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
stupid.
you
It
know.
just like not earned
now
at
we're in
all.
another
It's like
dimension.
there should be something you could follow to. There should be like a clue, something you could follow to
Yeah.
make the conclusion of where it's gonna go. But like,
You have to earn it as
It's
a writer.
slightly-
You can't just
slightly
do it.
fuck with my
if
head.
you're just
Don't
like,
just fucking left
it makes
field.
logical sense if I was writing this story, if they just did this next, and then they just did this next, and that's exactly what that movie, those
R.L. Fear
the
Street.
Fear Street
yeah.
movies were like. It was just like I seriously knew what was gonna happen. Like every scene, I was like,
Well, I mean, if you remember his books, they're kind of like the parents
Yeah.
are aliens always or something, you know.
well, it seemed like they were doing those movies are doing pretty well. They're not bad movies. They're entertaining.
They're
movies.
just a little.
They were just like
They're not challenging
They were
at all,
predictable.
yeah.
They were very predictable. I don't really like that very much. I like some kind of surprise or something to like the story to
It's gotta
overlap on
surprise you,
itself.
but make sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Like you can't just fucking fall off. Like
that's why I love like Quentin Tarantino movies. Like every single one of his movies are fucking amazing
have
to
you
me.
seen the new?
Because they all they fold in on themselves so many times.
he
And
is
he just
a master,
he
dude.
keeps going back to like every little piece is like
his
adds
movies,
up.
His
to
movies are
something.
cool to watch because you can watch a million other movies and see his fucking movie.
Yeah,
like
the
he
references
puts
and
so
stuff, yeah.
much.
Yeah.
He pays so much attention to detail in cinema.
But he
cinema.
doesn't like steal things in a cheap fucking
He
like
does it as a
hacky
nod,
way.
to like
Yeah.
thank you. It's like it feels like he's like I can feel his appreciation for the art. Like
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
his
Every
films.
movie's an homage to some sort of genre or whatnot.
They have those elements, but they're also unique too.
Oh yeah, there's
Like-
You know what?
his directing
you-
styles.
have you seen the
amazing.
new Night Shyamalan movie? Time. What is it? Old.
Old? I think.
I wanted to see
Old.
Dude, don't see it.
Really?
It sucks.
He always disappoints. He has some cool trailer, and you're like, "This looks cool." And
that
then,
movie is all it is what's the when they talk about stuff you should know about the movie? What is it? When they say they just tell you what you should know.
Exposition.
Exposition. The movie is 98% exposition. There's literally characters where there's little kids going around to every main character in the book or in the story. They go, "What's your name and what do you do for a living?"
I can't stand that.
I'm like, dude, they talk so much to this, and then it's like all about like a weird time zone where they're on this beach where the time speeds up, and them alone on the beach figure out they're like, well, if we're here this long and this happens, then it must mean then that every hour equals this much time, and so we're aging at this speed.
Well, there's a
and it's all
balance.
all they're saying. It's as if they're guessing.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the same
guessing
time,
right.
at the
They're
same
telling
time,
you what's
they're
happening.
telling you how to watch the
yeah,
movie.
yeah.
What the
It's
fuck?
exposition
There's
like
a balance there
crazy.
because like it also sucks when you don't know what the fuck is going on in a movie, and it could be anything, and they don't give you any clear indication of
Yeah.
what's going on, and there's a way to delicately do that, I think.
Right. One of my
where
favorite.
there is some exposition, but it's also like not,
What
too
I like
much.
about exposition is when it's something like, "Of course, you're my brother, the king," and they like,
Oh my God.
you know, it's like, okay, like who fucking talks like that, dude?
Same problem in porn. Exact same problem.
Explain.
Hey,
You're my brother.
hey,
You're my
you
brother.
shouldn't be putting that there. You're my bro. You're my step bro.
Yeah.
So talk
Too much
should've-
exposition.
Too much.
They should have clarified that before
The
got.
parents should have left and said, "Treat your stepsister nice," or whatever. Don't fuck your stepsister. Yeah,
exactly.
they could have snuck it in.
I'm
And there should be
stuck
a
in
scene
the
of the
driveway.
parents fucking in the driveway in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Cut
That'd be a
you know, fade to black, whatever.
yeah. That'd be a
Or
good
when
move.
she's getting
Fade to
railed
a
out,
bunch-
she could be
fade
like
to a bunch of
stepbrother,
black
yeah,
guys.
or something. I don't know.
Fade to a bunch of black guys.
Huh.
That's the best way to watch porn.
Anyways, we're in the final minutes of the show.
We have a surprise twist ending.
Really? I don't know anything about this. Is this a birthday surprise?
It's a birthday surprise.
Birthday surprise.
You're scrambling for a surprise.
Happy birthday
Josh
to
is off
you.
He fell off the wagon.
Happy birthday to you.
Floyd.
Happy birthday, dear Floyd boy. Happy birthday, dear Floyd.
We owe MGC Graham $1 million.
Now I changed some of the lyrics.
Oh, good.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
And many more.
Well, like and subscribe on YouTube. That's the most important thing for you to do today. I don't care if you have coronavirus or not. You gotta get on it. Especially if you have
very accepting
corona.
of you.
Especially if you have corona, you're gonna die soon. Get on
Unless-
the YouTube page, subscribe.
And get our vaccine.
You might get a cool
Sponsored
tattoo.
by nerds.
The DB vaccine.
Not and ironically, not those nerds, us nerds.
Us nerds.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about these. I just was stretching my arm.
Yes. Don't forget about our Patreon channel. It does. We don't give a fuck about it anymore, really. I mean, we were making the big bucks. We were making like $1 million, but now we're down to like, I don't know, 7 or whatever. But anyways,
Some of our
7 million?
Some of our subscribers were cunts, if I'm being honest. And I'm glad they're gone.
I'm not.
Been making
That's
demands of you.
inarguable.
Not all of them.
Just the ones that
Just
left.
one, really.
They were
Or
left.
2. I'm not gonna say
Or
names.
how many? It was like 4 left.
One of them sucked,
Anyways,
and we're glad you're gone.
yep. So yep. I think that's probably the show, right, boys?
Let's call it a night.
Bye.
You've wanted to visit the sea. We'll show you the way. Visit the aquarium. Yes. Visit the aquarium. Yes. We're at the aquarium.
We hit a little juke children going through the aquarium.
Check out the octopus at the aquarium.
And a shark just swam by.
Come sit next to me for a
Better view of the ocean. The ocean. The ocean. The ocean.
visit the aquarium. Come sit next to me for a